Good evening, agents. This is the bye phase. Welcome to your pre-match broadcast for the most high-stakes match of the VLR Community Cup so far. 2 teams, 1 playoff spot, and 0 margin for error. Redline, SEL's Warriors, both 3-3, both clawing tooth and nail 6 brutal best of 3s. Now, one team's season ends tonight. The other enters the playoffs with a vengeance. I'm Max, your desk host, and we've got a loaded show to get behind. Let's break it down. Here's what's on the line tonight. Both teams are dead even on win-loss. Redline has a +1 map diff. SEL's -1. Extremely close. Fan vote, 76% believe Redline will take it, but SEL's Warriors are coming in red hot from scrims. This is it. 7 series in total. That's a full playoffs journey just to qualify. One team rewrites their narrative tonight. Joining me now at the desk, tactical analyst, meme and man of mystery, Gamble Nats. Welcome back.
Thank you for having me here, Max. I'm so glad to be given this opportunity.
All good. Talk to me about Redline, Nats.
So Redline have been on the brink of elimination for a while, originally being 1-3 and climbing all the way up, all the way to 3-3 in the bracket, where they get a chance to qualify for playoffs. With an unstoppable force like Dolphin and an immovable object like Token, it almost seems unfair to pair that with a genius IGL like Kralos to lead them.
And SEL's?
SEL's is a super interesting team, stacked with some absolute monster of players themselves. Dude is currently 3rd on the leaderboard, flexing for whatever the team needs. And while Yoppie is not far behind at 6th place. Yoppie has some crazy firepower to bring into the team with some crazy entries. When you pair that with Dude, who has the most amount of clutches excluding a certain individual with nearly 40 maps played, and a leader like SEL herself, this will definitely be one of the most exciting matches to watch this season.
Yeah, of course. Let's rewind. You've been following these teams since the early rounds. Can you give us the bye phase breakdown?
Certainly. So Redline are a team that formed fairly recently, and with a fun fact of majority of their players being duelists. This can be the reason attributed to many of their early losses, but with a surprising win over OTS breaking their low streak, they gained momentum and confidence needed for a clean sweep until now. One of Redline's strongest strengths is their mid-round calling and adaptability, so never count them out until it's actually over.
And how about SEL?
Yeah, so SEL Warriors have had many inconsistencies with results of winning and losing being different each week. Their strong suit is definitely their post plans, with their fundamentals being absolutely excellent. Quite surprising indeed, considering that they had only started scrimming recently. Some other notable facts include that both teams have lost to Silent Horror, both teams securing a win against On the Spectrum, and SEL's defeating Dogs, while Redline suffered a huge loss against them.
Very interesting. Now, let's switch gears for a sec. Every show needs the voice of the community. Please welcome Glitch Skull, owner, admin, overlord of VCC OCE Season 4. He's seen every ruling, every ticket, and every late check-in excuse. Glitch, what's the vibe on the ground like?
Alright, well, as we have seen, Redline's got the people's vote right now, with 16 out of 21 people voting. voting for Redline. But personally, I actually don't care about the fan vote. I just care about Redline winning 2-0. Because if Redline win 2-0 tonight, um TXG will be able to face them, and any other scenario, if they win 2-1, lose 2-0, 2-1, doesn't matter. We'll face Yen, which is a rematch, which might not be as interesting.
So the poll, although that is right, the poll says 76% of to Redline, which is undeniable. So do the fans know something that we don't?
Yeah, maybe everyone in the community just looks at stats too much, you know? Like, Redline's records is good, but these teams are pretty close, and Cel's Warriors have got, as you've said, the insane firepower with Dude and Yoppie, and they're statistically cracked. Dude has like an insane. You'll see soon, but his KDA is insane, and then they've also been putting in scrim time. So I think I assume Redline also have scrim. So but either way, like I think Cell's prep might give them a decent edge here. They could get this win out as well. It's not one-sided like the poll says.
Spoken like a true neutral admin with a slight bias. Now we'll have time for player interviews. Joining us for an exclusive pre-match interview, it's Redline's IGL Crawlers. We'll give Crawlers a moment to get in here. That worked out well. Crawlers, hello.
How's it going? How's it going?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, really well, thank you. Really well. Ready for the game. Excited.
Exactly that. Now, you've been called the underdogs every time. Why do you think tonight's different?
I think throughout our time in this tournament, we started not so great, but we would always almost bring it back. I mean, in the game with TFG, I think we were getting slaughtered on Ascent, and we brought it to 13-8. And then the game with OTS in Haven, they started with a lead of 10-2, and we brought it to 10-13. Even Dogfight, the split game was super close. They dominated us on Pearl. Again, I think it was like a 2-13. And then we won split, and we almost won Lotus. We almost brought it to OT. So each game we've played so far has been super close, and we've always looked pretty good towards those end matches. But I think that's why potentially the underdog thing's gone, because people can see that we have the ability to do it, and we've got the guts and the strength to pull through. And maybe that's been seen. And Cel's Warriors might not have had such a close run, so maybe people are interested to see how they can take on our our strong mental, our mid-rounding strength.
Well, obviously, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But in terms of the reason that Cells have got into this position is because they're experienced. So what does Redline have that they don't?
Dedication and strong mental. One of my players right now, we've had some problems over the last week of players not showing up. One of them's just torn a ligament, but he's decided to stay and play because he cares more about the tournament.
Oh my goodness.
But no, he's fine. Don't worry. He's a medical professional. He knows what he's doing. But yeah, like, we're keen. We want to be here. We're hungry. We want this spot in playoffs. And you can see just by the fact, like, we've had a pretty rough week. We've had people sick. We've had people in and out of hospital. And we're still here. We're still wanting this. And we're going to fight hard for it. And I think, I'm not sure what the go is over on Cells. I imagine they don't want to lose either. But I'm not sure they're as hungry as Redline is to take this back.
Yeah, no. Seeing you guys in your calls and your scrims, it's very, very clear that you guys want this win and you guys deserve this win, especially with all the practice you guys have been doing, and especially with the fact that half your team has gotten injured in a car crash, sick. It's getting a lot. Who's next? Is it you?
It's a Redline curse. I'm hoping I can make it through tonight at least to play this game.
Exactly that. If you win tonight, what's the first thing that you and the team are doing after the match?
Well, I'm going to work, so I can't speak for the rest of the team, but I imagine we'll be pretty happy. I mean, we were talking about this tournament when I first entered us into it. Fresh team. had just got together. I think we played one Prem game before we found this tournament. And we were saying from the get-go, if we can make it to playoffs, it would be amazing. If we can just get playoffs, we'll be so proud of ourselves. I mean, making playoffs in your first tournament, when you've only played with a team for a couple of months, that would be an impressive feat. And I think that's something anyone could be proud of us for. All our friends are cheering us on tonight. And I think that, just being able to do that, we can, even if we don't make it through playoffs, we can walk away proud. And I think that's the goal overall. And we'll be happy about that and we'll celebrate.
Mm-hmm. Now, if you have a look in chat, we just have a little message from Arky saying that they will cook you dinner for a week if Redline win. How do you feel about that? Free dinner for a week.
Oh, we're winning! We're winning!
Well, Arky, you have just fueled Redlines. You've just fueled Redlines Foster for winning. Thank you so much, crawlers. I appreciate the interview. Have good luck with your game.
Thank you so much, Max.
Thank you, crawlers. Now for another Biphase exclusive interview, we've got SEL's very own Yoppy. Hello, Yoppy. How are you?
Hello. Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Redline's getting a lot of hype. What makes SEL's different?
I think what differentiates, like what makes us different from other teams is we actually have a coach that's playing for us. Like SEL, our like main IGL and like strat maker actually coaches a GC team in North America. So he has like a lot of strats planned, and he's one of the smartest players that I know. Well, she's one of the smartest players I know, sorry. And like she most of the time has answers to like how to break down defenses and exploit gaps on the map in game, and also has good ideas on like comps and stuff like that and how to run them.
Yeah. So, especially you'd say it's a lot about the strategy behind how you guys play.
Yeah, she cooks a lot. Like we have a lot of defaults and like set like little attack rounds and stuff like that.
Ah, okay. So now you guys. So you're setting aside is your strategy. Crawler said it's the desire to win. What do you think will come out on top tonight?
I don't know, because we have a bunch of shooters too. Like it's not just all brain. Like we can back it up quite a bit. And I feel like everyone on our team like has their moments, and like they all want to win, especially So really wants to win. Like I can tell she like she wants to do it for her because I don't even know. She's just like really hyped about this and like has like the strive to play.
Yeah, so it's all about the hunger, it's all about the practice, the want, the deserve to win. Are there any specific players on Redline that you're going to be targeting tonight?
I wouldn't say I'm targeting anyone like specifically, but for sure I'll be looking out for Redline's duelist player. I think his name is Bomb Dolphin. I could be wrong.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure that's it. I always love like duelist head-to-heads, and I think like your first blood to first death ratio, stats like that, and ACS is always like nice to look at.
Well, if you have a look on the current screen, you can see the Bomb Dolphin versus Dude that we'll talk about shortly. But if you win tonight, win or lose, what is one word to describe SEL's game plan for tonight?
Ooh. Honestly, even if we lose, we've proven we're not like complete buns at the game. Like we have won some games. But just proving to ourselves that we can stay disciplined and listen to strats and play confident and comfortable, like as a team, I think we'll be happy.
Yep, perfect. Thank you so much, Yoppy. I really appreciate it. Good luck with the game tonight.
Good. Thank you so much.
Both captains know what's at stake. Respectful words, but make no mistake, they want this bad. Now, looking to our next segment of our hype matchups. Nats.
Hello everyone, I'm back. So for hype matchups, this main series might be come down to two main people, right? The carries, the firepower of the group. Bomb Dolphin versus Dude. And if we look at it here, one sets the pace, the other controls the map. If either pop off early, the momentum will quite spiral, right? And there's no room to fall behind. Oh, I also want to give a shout out to Token, who's a bit of a quiet killer himself at the top 10 in the leaderboard. He anchors for Redline late rounds, and if SEL doesn't clear him, it's pretty much GG.
All right, thank you, Nats. All right, we've said our piece. You know the players, you know the stats. The time for talk is over. Best match of the cup so far. Winner makes playoffs. Loser goes home. This is everything you want in a decider. And now we all pass the mic. Your casters for tonight's showdown, Zorba and Void. Let's see who's built for playoffs and who gets left behind. Over to you.
Thank you, Max. I mean, good evening, everyone, and welcome to what could be the most intense, heart-stopping match of the VLR Community Cup so far. This is match 42, and it's not just any game, it's do or die. I'm Void, your host for tonight, and I'm thrilled to be joined by a man who knows his way around a scoreboard and a storyline, the legend himself, Zorba.
Hello, hello.
It's Redline versus SEL's Warriors, and the stakes could not be higher. And we could talk about hype all night, but these teams are doing the real talking in the server. So before that, though, let's take a look at the map vetoes and break down the battlegrounds. So it looks like we have banned Bind, Lotus, Sunset, and Corrode. We have picked Icebox on the side of Redline for the first map, Ascent for SEL, and then the decider being Haven. Do you have any
Very
comments to make, Zorba?
Very interesting map picks that we're seeing. I'm not surprised that Souls Warriors banned Lotus, as that has been their worst performing map. However, I am interested to see Redline banned Bind, because from my understanding, they were quite strong on that map. Icebox as well is very interesting to see. But when I versed Redline as an OTS sub on Icebox, they did perform quite well, so clearly they are confident. Cell's Warriors have always picked Ascent, from my understanding. They have a very strong Ascent, but they are defense first, which is very interesting to me. And then Haven being the decider, I think it will go to a map 3. Being completely honest here, I think Redline will win map 1, Souls Warriors winning map 2, and then the decider being Haven.
I mean, to be fair, in my opinion, I mean, we'll kick things off with Icebox, Redline's pick. They've shown some really strong post plans and some sharp duelist setups here. I mean, that's their comfort zone. I mean, fast executed to laid utility. It's basically like their sandbox. And then we pivot to Ascent here, Cell's Warrior's Choice, and it's easy to see why. They love that mid-control game, slow building rounds, smart site splits. If they win Pistol and Economy, I mean, they could really roll. And then for the tiebreaker, it's all down to Haven, a triple site chaos map where individual brilliance and quick comms is the key. So they've been pretty volatile for both teams, but it's a great decider for the stakes tonight.
Indeed.
This is like all three maps gives us a completely different pacing and pressure here. Icebox will, favor the speed and the utility layering. Ascent's all about structure and coordination, and Haven, that's kind of the brawl, there's not really any hiding. I mean, this is just more than another match. It's playoffs or bust. So let's get ready to dive into map 1 on Icebox here, where it all begins. Redline versus Cells Warriors. Let's get it.
Waiting for players currently. We will be moving to Agent Select shortly. For Icebox, I am expecting a KJ on both teams, and I'm expecting as well a Neon on the side of Souls Warriors due to how
Yeah.
strong they were.
Absolutely. I mean, we're locked and loaded, right? Map 1's Icebox, and the players are already on the stage. Redline's Playground, their pick, and a map where Bomb Dolphin has looked especially sharp. So it does look like we're going for a KJ here on Tolkien, Tay on the Omen, and Yoshido onto Gecko here. I mean, Do on the Harbor is an interesting pick in my opinion. Harbor's not usually the common pick onto Icebox, but I'm pretty excited to see how Dude does.
That's not what's shocking me currently. What's shocking me is Yoppie on KJ.
Yeah, that is an
Yoppie
interesting pick as
typically a
well.
duelist.
I mean, we have a Jet here being the only duelists, and yeah, on both teams actually. I mean, it does look like Redline on the attack here. Looks like they're a little bit towards the B side here, yeah, as Yoshida with the spike on Gecko.
Turn out.
Do you have any predictions of who's more likely to win this map?
I think it will be a win for Redline. As I stated previously, we can see a B-heavy default with Tolkien going mid immediately. I'm expecting Tolkien to get one top mid and then probably go into tube.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like Redline's playing it a little bit slow here, filling out the defense. Oh, wouldn't be surprised if Tolkien gets taken out by Yoppie there. I mean, I'm really excited to see if there's a little bit of a last-second pivot here. We have Bomb Dolphin and, Crawlers all the way up to A. Just falling into Sigmas here. Does whip a couple shots. Bomb Dolphin does take him out, though. SEL is going to get hit by that knife. So it does look like they're going for an A exec here. Yoppie is going for a little bit of a flank. Crawlers takes out SEL, though. Wingman's going to get that quick plant down. Tay is looking for a little bit of a fight here. Dude does take out Yoshida during this fight, though. Going up onto Bell. Yoppie takes out Tay, so they are, aware someone is trying to flank them here.
One enemy remaining.
Default takes out Bomb Dolphin. Crawlers, it's all left up to him. Does take out Dude. There's 2 more left to go. The defuse is still going on. He doesn't make it in time just to stop it.
Indeed, Yoppie does take him out, securing a 3k for SEL's Warriors. I am not surprised that Yoppie is already top fragging even on Sentinel. We might end up seeing, a battle KJ for the majority of this game. Yoppie is opting to pick an outlaw with light shield holding Fiction. So let's see what happens.
Placing sentry.
Yeah, I mean, what a massive opener. Now that the site's exposed, SELs are surging toward like a little bit of a tidal wave here. We are going for a 5 stack onto B main here. The flash coming out and the dark cover. Devo is gonna have to fight this off. He has no utility left after being suppressed. Bomb Dolphin takes out SEL in the smoke. Everyone's rotating over to try help their team. Yoppie takes out Taylor. The plant is gonna go down. Yoppie with a 2k getting Crawlers. Tolkien making a little bit of a surprise here, seeing Default, but Default is actually the one who's caught by surprise. What a fight here. No one quite being able to land a shot. Yoppie gets a 3k. One more onto Tolkien here. The defuse is going off. Yoppie! An absolute menace here. I mean, that was absolutely amazing.
No ace for Yoppie, unfortunately stolen by Dude, but a Sheriff 4k will suffice. 2 points away from lockdown. Full shield and outlaw still in hand. Yoppie will be opting to play in kitchen. Redline looking for a default. They need to secure a pick here. They are with gun advantage, so a pick and a push will be of benefit.
Yeah, I mean, we have Tolkien gets an early kill here on Yoppie. I was just about to say, Yoppie going 7-0 is quite impressive, especially with just 2 rounds. But that's going to be quickly shut down. Default is going to use that recon bolt there. Does scout out Bomb Dolphin with it onto the back of Yellow. So they are going to be aware that there's a couple people trying to get a little bit of a fight onto, B. The Aldrone does get out, but gets quickly broken. Wingman is going to get that plant down despite, the toxic orb. Bomb Dolphin gets a little bit of damage onto SEL. Tolkien takes out Dude into mid. Bomb Dolphin gets quite, a bit of damage chipped out on him. SEL does, die. Default with that amazing shock dart, taking out Yoshida and Bomb Dolphin. So it is left in a 2v2 here. Who, will get it out? Tolkien catches, Sigma looking at the wall. Default does get a 4k here. He is online for a little
Scanning
bit of
ahead.
an ace. The recon ball does get broken. Tay, no
Concentrate,
one's
Sova.
quite getting a little bit of a shot on one another. It looks like default might lose the timing, so he's just gonna commit to the kill. Doesn't quite get it though, and Tay is going to be able to get out of there alive. What an amazing round.
Fantastic play by Redline. However, they did lose 4 rifles. Not what you want to be seeing as an attacker after 2 round losses, but they are up. Redline opting to save for the rest of their players.
Absolutely. And while we're waiting for this, it's worth noting how clean Cell's been on the utility usage. That Killjoy, the Sova's been pretty punishing here. Here we go. We do have the toxic screen that is going to go up. Yoppie takes out Bomb Dolphin. Sigma's left on the backside, gets taken out by Yoshido though. This is gonna be a pretty free plant for Redline. The plant does get taken. Now the Aldrone is going to seek out. Yoppie does take out Tolkien though. The lockdown comes out from Yoppie, hoping to get a little bit of a retake going on. Yoppie takes out Crawlers.
Enemy remaining.
Cell takes out Tay as well, so it's just up to Yoshido here. And Yoppie with another 4K. Yoppie is absolutely going crazy here. That's an insane pace for, just for 4 rounds in.
Yeah, I mean, I knew Yoppie was an absolutely incredible duelist, but I didn't think he'd be performing so well on Killjoy of all characters, but 11-1 is absolutely phenomenal. Now, his lockdown was online and invested, which did secure the round. Cells Warriors does have Hunter's Fury online for default, and they are 2 points away from Hubber's utility as well. Redline do have Thrash online as well.
Yeah, I mean, Yoppie is just really proving that it really isn't the agent that gets Yoppie the kills. It's, Yoppie themselves here. So we are getting a little bit of a split push here. Might have Bomb Dolphin and Crawlers trying to get a little bit of a reaction here on A side, letting, the opening for, Yoshido and the rest of the team to get a little bit of an entry. So, yeah, I mean, it looks like Cells is going to fall a little bit for it. They are pivoting towards A, although default is still here, waiting for a little bit, of a pixel to see if anyone's there. They're going to dark cover though, so someone probably has saw something. Yeah, with the Aldrone, definitely. Tolkien does get seeked out, and Tay is, spotted at the back of yellow. So yeah, the wingman is sent out to get a quick plant though. Sigma isn't quite able to get a kill. Crawlers gets one on Yoppie. The Hunter's Fury comes out on the side of Cell Warriors. Tay gets a sneaky little shrouded step. Takes out default, but gets traded immediately out by, Sigma here. Ooh, Crawlers is going to able to take out Cell though, despite, being caught off guard there. Dude is trying to look for a trade. Doesn't quite get it though. I mean, they're going to have to quickly, start getting a defuse because they're going to run that time. Bomb Dolphin with the double kill onto Du and Sigma. I mean, that round was pure chaos and somehow, Redline just sort of came out on top, through the storm.
Yeah, I mean, that was an absolutely pivotal round for Redline with 4 of their ultimates online, 1 point away from the shadows for Tay. I mean, they're on a full buy. Cells Warriors aren't, just barely being able to force, and Cells Warriors now don't have any ultimates online either. So it's very interesting to see what goes
Redline
on.
has absolutely every, online here to use. They're going for a quick execute here onto A. So Sigma and, Dude is gonna, try to alert the rest of his team to maybe get some help. There's a tailwind really onto site here. Not quite sure what the value was meant for that. The wingman is going to get a quick plant down though. Cells has a little bit of a disadvantage here coming from the economy. And oh, dude is gonna take a risky, jump peek. The recon bolt does come out, gets broken immediately though. swarm grenades are gonna come out. And are gonna hit bomb dolphins, so the updraft is gonna be used. Yoshida takes out Dude, but Sigma takes out Yoshida right back. Crawlers takes out Yoppy. This is an absolute massacre here with Redline, you know, taking with an almost flawless. But that's a pretty big momentum builder, and you can really feel the confidence rising. And that's a really, really big round economy-wise. So we are gonna get timeout too. So SEL is looking really rough on the economy here. So I mean, Redline's just absolutely destroying them at the moment.
Yeah, that was a very quick round. I blinked and suddenly everyone was dead. Souls
Absolutely.
Warriors not being able to afford much. They do have 2 ultimates online for Sigma and Doot. Redline with 4 ultimates online, getting the point for Tay with From the Shadows online. Eco very strongly in their favor with nearly 2 agents maxing. Souls Warriors does call the timeout, so you can see they had the 2-round advantage, but Souls Warriors are slowly losing their momentum, and that did start with the first win by Redline. So it's very interesting to see what may come out of this timeout.
Yeah, I mean, that timeout was called, and I think it's a pretty smart one. You don't really want the momentum to spiral, and it's pretty important to sort of put a little bit of a stop there towards Redline, because, you know, as we can see, the economy is absolutely looking destroyed here. So they have to really work smart if they really want to get this round back. Here we have a little bit of a fight. Wanting here to be main control. Sigma gets blinded by Dizzy. Doesn't quite get punished though. No, they bombed up and takes him out. Dude, with, you know, the trade, Dude and SEL do fall down though because of Tolkien. I mean, what an absolute massacre here. It's all left up to Yoppy and Default, only left with, you know, Sheriff. So Wingman is going to get that plant down though. Having Redline being able to safely retreat back into the shadows here without any repercussions. Yoppy is going to, you know, get that turret though, so they are aware that someone is either mid or going up to flank. So it looks like Tay is trying to get a little bit of a peek here. I mean, Yoppy is, you know, going to join Default here. I mean, with the disadvantage of guns, I think it is pretty smart to sort of play together here, but I'm not sure if it's quite, you know, enough to get this round done. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Default's just gonna get taken out by crawlers here, and there's just no time. And, you know, saving a sheriff isn't exactly the greatest idea, so Yoppy's just gonna try look for a picky and falling to the spike.
Indeed, that was a fantastic round by Redline. They did manage to not get taken out by the eco stack. Sigma did invest their ultimate, but didn't manage to find much value. 1 point away from Viper's Pit. For Cells Warriors, they are able to full buy with 1 light shield, and they may have a good read here, stacking towards A with 1 mid.
Yeah, I mean, Redline's post plans are absolutely textbook right now. They're setting up early, using utility to buy time, and refusing to peek too early. It looks like we're going for a little bit of an A push here, dude. Getting, you know, Bomb Dolphin and Tolkien just out of the equation so quickly. Tay is going to be right behind, but doesn't quite get any of the trades off. And Default's going to take out Crawlers right after Yoshida getting taken out by Sigma, you know, helping. This is just an absolute massacre. It's all up to Tay here. And I'm not sure if Tay can do it. Doesn't quite get anyone right there. Yoppy's right there. Almost gets the kill on Yoppy, but Yoppy just fires right back into Tay's head, taking him out.
Another fantastic round. I mean, again, that went so quickly. I blinked and everyone died.
Absolutely.
You know,
Some very quick rounds.
Cells Warriors winning their ones are flawless for them. 2 ultimates now online. Economy looking pretty equal, but more ultimates for Cells Warriors will be coming along shortly with a heavy stack A by Redline.
Yeah, here we have the Viper's pick coming straight out from SEL here. So, I mean, they're going to take complete control over mid. Tolkien is going to get seeked out by that alarm bot there. So, y'all going to know someone is mid. And as we can see, Yoppie is going to peek right off of that, reaction there. Doesn't quite see anyone. So, they're going to, take a little bit more slow. Redline is scaling up towards A. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Sigma is going to call over Du and Yoppie to try to get a little bit more assistance here. He's playing a little bit slow. SEL does get, caught out by that alarm bot too. So everyone's sort of pivoting towards mid. Yoppie isn't gonna see them quite quick enough. What an absolute timing. Yoppie, please look to your right. Oh, Default gets taken out. No, Default takes out Yoshida, man. And Bomb Dolphin isn't able to, hit those shots and gets taken out too. The spike is going to be spotted, so, Redline's plan of sort of, getting a little bit flank or, rotate here isn't looking the greatest, but Tolkien does take out Duke though. Rollers takes out Yoppie and Default. I mean, what do I know? There's still, a fighting chance. They definitely aren't going down without a fight here. You can feel the pressure start to crack, and the red lights heating up, and cells are scrambling to adapt here.
10 seconds
They're gonna
left.
get this plan down if they're just quick enough. Yep, absolutely, they're gonna get a safe plan down here. Having, SEL and Sigma having to just run towards the site to put up a little bit of a fight. They're gonna have a little bit of an altercation here. Sigma takes out Crawlers though. Oh, Tay is gonna get quite a bit of damage there by the snake fight. Tay takes out Sigma to hold the cell. What an amazing clutch by Tay with the From the Shadows, grabbing the spike just in time to plant.
Absolutely incredible by Tay. He did sit in the Viper Molly for a bit too long, but did manage to get two kills, even with 21 health. That From the Shadows was a fantastic ultimate, grabbing the spike, allowing the plant. Now, SEL's Warriors do have Hunter's Fury online. They are only a couple rounds away from equalizing, so it's anyone's game currently.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that round's probably a confidence killer, for SELs. I mean, they had the upper hand, but Redline just sort of flipped the script here. Well, it does look like, the recon ball is going to get destroyed there, though, by Default. So, Default is going to know that someone is into B main. But little do they know, Redline is just scaling up to A. Maybe forgetting to grab the spike, or maybe the spike's there for intentional reasons. I'm not quite sure. Yep, the spike is going to be picked up by Tolkien. Oh, dude! Isn't quite able to get that kill on Bomb Dolphin there. Yeah, it's looking quite, rough here. Bomb Dolphin is quite good at scouting out, any of the cracks and holes left on SEL's defense here. Look at this. Look at this absolute map control just for Redline here. I mean, all SEL has really their own spawn. Crawlers is going to meet SEL. Doesn't quite, get a kill. Default does, get a little bit of chip damage, but gets taken down by Crawlers. Anyway, gets traded up by Zelens, and Sigma does take out Yoshido. So it is left to a 3v3 here with the plants, down. They're gonna have to really quickly Bomb Dolphin with the double headshot onto Sigma and SEL. Absolutely insane with the 4K right back onto Yoppie. I mean, we're clearly seeing a little bit of a battle of rivals here.
Yeah, I mean, that was an absolute vibe change for Bomb Dolphin. He has been performing, a bit here and there for the past couple rounds, but his confidence is clearly back. Top fragging for Redline, 11-7 with Bladestorm online. A full buy for Redline is in order, with a staggered force buy by SEL's Warriors with Hunter's Fury and Harbor Ultimate online.
Yeah, I mean, both of these guys have been, the spearheads for the team. Bomb Dolphin takes out Sigma right as I was saying that. I mean, whoever breaks first, might take the series. Yoppie is going to be just sitting there. Crawlers isn't quite, noticing where they are. Tolkien takes out Yoppie. The Crawlers does get taken out by SEL though, but gets traded out by Bomb Dolphin. The Bomb Dolphin is going to have complete control of this side. The Aldrin is going to tag him though from heaven. So it's all up to Default and Dude to get a kill. Default just, shock bolts him right out of this, the plane of existence. So Tay is going to get hit once by this Hunter's Fury here. But, just gets out just in time to not die.
One enemy remaining.
Here we go. Tay gets, a kill on Default, so it's all up to Dude here. The cove does come out though, so Tay is going to have to get some information. Dude takes out Tay inside his cove though, so it's just Tolkien. It was a 1v3, I believe, or 2, and Dude just clutches it out.
What can I say? I do this for
Yeah, I mean, Dude has been the clutch master for Cell's Warriors. This is not the first and won't be the last time he has won with the odds stacked against him. Not the play there by Tay, but it is what it is. Now, we can see Yoppie does have his lockdown online, and it looks like both teams are opting to stack A. So it will be very interesting to see how this altercation occurs.
wave crashing.
Absolutely, we are gonna have the high tide. Just get, a little bit of information here. I mean, they are going to be scaling up to A as well. It looks like Cell and Default are trying to look for some information, and B main's completely clear for what they see. So Redline is going to be predicted to be in A main, which is absolutely correct. Sigma taking out Bomb Dolphin and Yoshido. Cruel might be the third victim, and he is going to be Sigma absolutely popping off. I mean, we haven't seen too much from Sigma, but I mean, this round clearly just highlights what is going on. Absolutely. The spike is going to be stuck on some pipes here, though. I mean, Tay is going to be up there, just missing, anyone's sight. This cascade is going to provide some cover, though, for Cell Warriors here. As we can see, Tay was trying to get a little bit of a bait there and absolutely had a firing squad onto that orb.
30 seconds
not
left.
letting anyone sort of get some information. Though Aldrin is going to come out, though. Not going to see much, though. Maybe got a little bit of a glimpse of Tolkien there. Not quite sure. We are going to have Tay with the From the Shadows.
10
But
seconds
Tolkien
left.
is
One enemy
so far
remaining.
behind. Yoppie takes out Tay. And Sigma absolutely just shuts down Tolkien.
Switching
I mean,
sides.
that was fantastic gameplay by Sigma, getting a 4K and equalizing the rounds for Redline and Cell's Warriors, bringing it, again, 6-6. Both teams are purchasing Ghosts and Sheriffs. 1 Sheriff, 2 Ghosts by Cell's Warriors. 1 Ghost, 1 Sheriff by Redline. The rest Classic and Light Shield. A B-heavy stack by Cell's Warriors with a regular default by Redline. I am hopeful that Redline's able to bring this out because their defense on Icebox has always been good, but let's see what happens.
Yeah, that's for sure. Looks like Cell is definitely looking for a fight for B control here. I mean, this is not looking too great for Redline because they have 3 towards A, so they're gonna have to have a really quick rotate here to, help Yoshido to try to defend this side. I mean, it's a quick entry for Cell Warriors here. Yoshido is going to be holding out Mosh Pit, though, trying to delay the plant, and it does work. I'm gonna use Dizzy to maybe delay it even more. Dude does use the Cascade, though, to confirm a plan here. Yoppie takes out Tolkien for flank. It's gonna be blinded. Cruel takes out Dude. This is an absolute, chaotic round right now. No one quite being able to get a little bit of a trade here. Dizzy is going to come out there. Does get one. Cell is able to take out Yoshido. Bomb Dolphin taking out Cell. Sigma takes out Crawlers but gets traded out by Bomb Dolphin. It is just a 2v2. SEL is going to be trying to
Player
fight for
standing.
time. Tay takes out default though. Redline takes out Yoppy. I mean, I'm not even sure what's going on here. If that was a brutal, reset, they win one. I mean, the buy is gonna be pretty, scrappy for SEL here.
Yeah, that was a very, very well coordinated retake by Redline. They did rotate quite quickly when they realized that it was a very heavy stack towards B. Ult economy in their favor, 3 points into Bladestorm for Bomb Dolphin. A outlaw in hand for Bomb Dolphin, and he will be playing A.
Here we go. We're gonna look at a very, very quick flood into mid here by SEL Warriors. I mean, this is not looking good for Crawlers, left on 50 HP. Tolkien takes out Defo and Bomb Dolphin takes out SEL as well. I mean, Yoshida with the 3K taking the rest of the team out. I mean, I was getting a little bit worried for Redline there, but they just were able to close around us so quickly.
Yeah, that was a absolutely crucial paranoia by Tay, getting, I believe, all 5 members of SEL's
Yeah.
Warriors, and then it was just absolutely swept up by Yoshida Man with this stinger and the rest of SEL's Warriors. Tay did have a TP onto pipes, which I believe they're going for again this round.
Here we go. It does look like they're not trying that mid again. Tay is gonna get a little bit of health taken up from him though, so he is left on 7 HP. The Cascade is gonna come out with the dark cover, so Redline's not gonna see too much here. Dude doesn't quite get taken out there, but is quite low on HP. It looks like SEL isn't quite able to advance forward here without getting a little bit of a pick. So Tay might walk. Ooh. Just get saved by the time. Bomb Dolphin is also trying to look for a bit of a pick here, maybe to discourage SEL from getting a kill. Yoppy takes out Tolkien, so that's gonna be a really quick call to pivot onto B. So it is up to Yoshida to stall enough time for the rest of his team to come and help him. Yeah, here we go. We are getting a little bit of a call here. The toxic screen does come out the cove as well. SEL just tanks through that mosh pit, left on 50 HP. Sigma's gonna take out Tay, but Crawlers is gonna trade him right back. Here we go with the spike, being planted. The time is slowly ticking down for Redline. SEL gets taken out by Yoshida. And it looks like Dizzy's gonna come out through the alarm bar as well. Trying to get a little bit of a defuse here from Wingman. Does get immediately taken out though. Yoshida is going to take out Default, but dude is going to take out Bomb Dolphin as well. Yoshida able to get that 3K, and Crawlers taking Yoppy out.
That was a fantastic retake by
Absolutely.
Redline once again. Crowler's able to finish it off. Bomb Dolphin unfortunately eviscerated on the peak, but it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really...
Crowlers has his back.
That's a really big heartbreaker, having almost full side control and a post-plant advantage, and still SEL can't close it out.
Yeah, it looks like a B-heavy attack by SEL's Warriors with a regular, or actually no, a A-heavy default by Redline.
Yeah, I mean, they've read wrong though, because SEL is all the way up into B main, and they're not gonna have any resistance because they're all onto the A side, but they are gonna get that information though that no one is in A main, so they're gonna warn Yoshida again, hey, there might be some people coming your way. Toxic Screen does come out. The chart as well doesn't quite get the plant delayed enough. The Toxic Screen is absolutely saving. What is going on? Yoppy takes out Tay. Bomb Dolphin with the Opto takes out Sigma, and Crawlers takes out Default as well. Yoppy is able to get that kill back onto Crawlers though, so Bomb Dolphin is gonna look for another pick. He doesn't quite get it. Yoppy is able to get a 3rd kill onto Tolkien. a little bit of a quiet. Yeah, I mean, it is a better idea. Bombed off and try to save, but doesn't get out in time. Yoppie's there to, shut him down again with this duel. Yoppie
Very
reads him like an absolute
unfortunate.
book.
Indeed, Bombdolphin did have a smoke online, so he could have smoked that angle, and you could see he did predict it. He was looking there, but unfortunately, he didn't have enough time. A save for Redline is in order. A full buy by SEL's Warriors with one ultimate online.
Yeah, I mean, instead of the duelist clash like we were promised, we have, Yoppie on the shoulder here. Doesn't mean Yoppie's any less dangerous. The Dizzy was absolutely huge, blinding Yoppie, Default, and Sigma, preventing them being taken down. SEL does retaliate though with one kill before getting taken out. Dude is left to try to clutch this out, but gets shot down by Tolkien. That was an absolutely quick round there, won by Redline.
Yeah, another very quick round, and that does happen when one team is on an eco. Two more ultimates, online for SEL's Warriors, Viper's Pit, and Harbor Ultimate, with 3 ultimates online for Redline, Thrash, Shutdown, and Blade Storm. A full buy for both, except for Default, who does have a judge.
Here we go. We have everyone except for SEL here going towards A. That Cascade looks like it's gonna come out as well, trying to help his team, cutting off screen. And Heaven here, we have the Reckoning does come out too. Try get some more information. Get Bombdolphin scouted out here. Is concussed twice in a row. But Bombdolphin isn't able to get killed. He Horns takes out Default. SEL does take out Tay as well though. Yoppie goes down and Bombdolphin. SEL is also going to go down as well to the hands of Crawlers. The flash drive is going to pop out, but no one gets blinded here. The Dizzy as well. It's just up to Sigma and Crawlers is going to get spammed behind the box. But they just turn right around to let him sort of get that kill, and Tolkien closes the round out.
Redline's defense has been very oppressive for SEL's Warriors. They are everywhere, as you could see by Crawlers. He was able to play off his mollies and the other utility of his team, securing kills, and then Tolkien finishing off the round. Tolkien is 2 points away from his lockdown. Yoshida Man and Bombdolphin do still have their ultimates online. And Redline 1 point away, not Redline, sorry, SEL's Warriors 1 point away from Hunter's Fury.
Yeah, I mean, that round forces most of SEL into the pistol, so it's not looking too great here. It looks like we're going for another A push, but no. Getting a little bit of some hesitation going on here. Also, trying to get some information onto mid as well. The Blade Storm comes out from Sigma. Trying to get a couple head taps here. The dot cover is gonna go down. It looks like Redline is expecting for a pivot onto B because of the silence, but they're absolutely wrong. They're just being patient, sitting into A main. The Owl Drone does come out, makes some noise, doesn't quite spot anyone though. So both teams don't really have too much information to base off of. Oh, now they do. The Viper's Pit comes out. Crawlers is taken out, but Tay is going to take out Sigma in, a fit of revenge here. Tay is going to get hit a little bit by that shock bolt. Not quite getting a kill though here. They are going to have to venture inside of this Viper's Pit, which is just a trap waiting to snap. But Bombdolphin is going to be able to get out Dude though. I mean, despite, Viper's Pit being on the side, not many of the team members are actually on the side with him. Default does get taken out by Tay. The lockdown is going to come down though. SEL is able to take out 2 before Bombdolphin takes him out. Yoppie is able to get another kill, and the turret just takes out Yoshida.
Wow, the turret assist really finishing off the round.
Yeah.
The lockdown was fantastic by Yoppie, forcing the defense to speed up, and that did lead to their demise. Hunter's Fury online for SEL's Warriors. Economy is pretty equal for both sides. Default still hasn't purchased a weapon. He seems to be saving. He does have full shield. A default by both teams.
Yeah, I mean, bodies flying, ults burn, time tipping. That round basically had it all. Let's start going for a little bit of a switch up here, going for a B fight instead of the usual A. Having Duke inserted, but, you know, just quickly joining back his team for some information. The recon bolt does get covered there by the cloud burst. Sigma being able to take out Bomb Dolphin there. Bomb Dolphin isn't able to land those shots that he hoped. Again with the Moshka coming out to delay the plant. You know, calling his team to come over and please help from the shadows here, coming out by Tay. Dude is gonna be able to catch crawlers off guard. Tolkien, please turn
One
around.
enemy
Tay
remaining.
does take out Dude though. It is all up to Tay in a 1v4. Potential for an ace. Not quite. Yuppie just shuts him down. I mean, you can really see how badly SEL Warriors, you know, have this. Every round is like a war now.
Yeah, and that really goes to show, you know, the cooperation, the synergy of Redline. They are able to play together, and I mean, you saw that, right? With Duke, his fantastic flank into mid,
Absolutely,
catching
man.
two, but he was very quickly caught out by Tay.
Well, here we go. Redline's creeping into the mid control. They're looking to peel, you know, cells apart without a single bullet fired. I mean, here we go, a 5. Man, are they gonna no default? Gets taken out by Bomb Dolphin. Cell 2. There's just bodies flying everywhere. Yuppie is able to get a 2 as well. Again with this rival duel. Bomb Dolphin takes out Yuppie. I mean, the reckoning does come out though, so Dude isn't going to die from Bomb Dolphin. Some whiff coming out here. The Sigma is going to take out Bomb Dolphin. So it is up to, again, a 2v2. The high tide is going to come out, letting Dude, you know, retreat back with Sigma here with the spike. Yeah, here we go. The Cascade coming out once again.
One
Hey, your
enemy
face
remaining.
gets spotted by Sigma and gets, you know, taken out. The Cove is going to come out for a safe plant, though. It's all up to Tolkien here in this 1v2. Tolkien doesn't quite get a kill there, but Sigma isn't able to get that kill either, so almost like a 1v1 here. Yep, Tolkien just gets taken out by Sigma.
Another fantastic round by SEL's Warriors. It is a very, very close game. 2 points away from Bladestorm and Lockdown for SEL's Warriors, with Hunter's Fury still online. Tolkien does have his ultimate online as well. 3 points away from Shutdown for Crowlers, and a full buy for both teams.
Yeah, I mean, you can really see SEL Warriors discipline showing. They're not really chasing. They're really saying, like, come to us and we'll punish you. So it's really quite a sight to see. Looks like we're going for another B site. Exec onto here. We have Sigma does, you know, cloud and dash into it. We have the dark cover does come out. Yoshido again in the same exact spot. You know, being able to delay the plant once more. The Cascade is going to come out though, and the Cove. Doppy does get taken out by Tay though, so Bomb Dolphin is going to be quite ecstatic to hear that. We do have the lockdown coming out though from Tolkien, so gonna, you know, delay it even more. This spike is not allowed to be planted on to B. Now look, they're waiting here. You can really see the frustration on SEL's side. You know, they're trying to force like openings that just aren't there because, like, Redline is just able to shut them down immediately. The spike is not going to be planted once more. Claw takes out 2. Bombs off for taking out SEL. Oh, it is still
One
a
enemy
2.
remaining.
It's a
30 seconds
1v2
left.
here.
One enemy
Default
remaining.
is going to take out Tay, but not enough to take out Tolkien here. Absolutely
Match
amazing
point.
round right there.
Once we win, just dump all your tech in my lab.
Yeah, I
Mix
mean,
it up.
again, the synergy of Redline on full display here. Poor Yoshido, man. not Yoshida Man, sorry, Dude, he got hit with 2 mollies and
Yeah.
I believe 2 other pieces of utility.
Alarm bot.
Just
Coming back.
really not allowed to plant the spike ever.
Absolutely.
A heavy attack by Seoul's Warriors seems to be in order.
Yeah, I mean, that round was almost like a message. Redline just really said no, took side control with their ultimate to spare as well. That's absolute dominance coming from their side. We have another A fight here. 3 on the side onto A for the defense though, so it's looking quite okay. No lurk is left to see on inside at all. The Aldrin is gonna come out there from default with the Cascade. Sigma does take out Crawlers, so it's only 2 left to sort of defend this side. Bomb Dolphin is gonna be looking for anything. Just a peek of anyone and gets 2. SEL and Default fall victim to Bomb Dolphin's absolute massacre here. And he is gonna get taken out by the Swarm Grenade though. Tolkien takes out Sigma though. So it is just a Jet v Killjoy here. The lockdown is gonna be used by Yoppie. Yoshida Man takes out them though, and just like that, Redline closes out the round onto SEL Warriors.
A fantastic game from both sides. It did get closer than I thought it would, but Redline does close it out, winning map 1 by 3 rounds.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. Redline have won, the first match out of 3. I mean, the underdogs have really risen to the occasion. They take down SEL's Warriors and, punch their ticket to the VLR Community Cup playoffs just one more step ahead. So, I mean, with Zorba, this is absolutely an amazing match to watch. But we are going to take a 5-minute break to sort of recuperate and get ready to watch the second match. Welcome back to the VLR Community Cup qualifier, where Redline have just taken map 1 on Icebox, and they did it with absolute authority. It's 1-0 in the series right now, and we're now heading onto Ascent. SEL's Warriors map pick. What are your thoughts here, Zoba?
Not surprised to see the Ascent map pick. I think Cells Warriors will win this, bringing us to a map 3, because the previous 2 games I've seen them play Ascent, they have absolutely dominated with a Yoppie Neon, if memory serves me correctly.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that. I mean, Icebox looked a tiny bit shaky for SEL's Warriors. I mean, Redline just sort of came out swinging, especially Bomb Dolphin, who was absolutely dominating in the opening duels. And, Crawlers, who was really just anchoring B and A side with some pretty textbook crossfires. But now we go into an Ascent where things could really, really shift here. Like, Ascent is a whole different
Indeed.
beast. Yeah.
Very defender-sided map, so it is, it's actually interesting to see Cells Warriors defender first on this map, because last time, well, the last 2 games I've seen of them, they dominated it on attack and then finished it off on defense, which is not what you normally see on Ascent. It's usually
Yeah,
the
not
other way
at all.
around.
Yeah, I would say Ascent is like a completely different, war zone. It's a slower pace, more mid control, and way more utility based fights. And honestly, this is a map where Soul Warriors have really looked their best and most structured in most scenarios and past scrims. Their executes onto A are pretty crisp, and if Dude gets an early pick through mid or B link, they could really snowball hard.
Yeah, the early picks were a Cells Warriors favorite, with Doot and I believe Yoppie having the most first bloods, and that's corroborated by their gameplay on Icebox with 5 first bloods by Yoppie.
Yeah, absolutely. And don't ever count out Yoppie. I mean, he had a very loud icebox actually, but this is actually his map. Fast A main dives, market punishes, and he thrives in these open duels. So if he activates early, we might see a really real shift into tempo.
Yeah, KO is a typical pick for Ascent. So if Yoppie does end up picking Neon, that could be a real anti for Cells Warriors' typical picks.
Yeah, I'm really excited. It's a do or die situation for Cells Warriors. I mean, if they can hold strong on their map pick, we're going to a map 3, which is Haven. But if Redline pull off the upset here, that's the series and a playoff secured. And we're saying bye to Cells Warriors. So strap in. Map 2 is starting now. So you mentioned Yoppie on the Neon. Um, I mean, we're moments away from Agent Select. Like, it's right here. Agent Select is live, and this is where we get to see how each team plans to approach, the map. Do they double down on comfort picks, or do we see something spicy? Zoba, what are you expecting here?
I am expecting a KO for Redline, which Corrales is hovering. Tolkien and Cell have both locked Cypher, which I am not surprised at all. Both teams also appear to be locking Omen and Sova. All of them really standard picks. Yoppie is not looking. He's not
Yeah,
looking to lock Neon. He's locking.
Yoru too.
Yeah. Default has a good Yoru, so I'm expecting some good gameplay there. I'm a little bit surprised not to see Yoppie on Neon, but instead on Jet, which I think may be a counter to the KO counter.
Same onto Bomb Dolphin here as well. I mean, last round we really saw Bomb Dolphin versus Yoppie. The fire versus fire continues, so whoever really hits first is probably putting their team onto the board. I'm really excited to get this map rolling.
Indeed. I am curious to see how Redline's attack goes, because outside of KO, they don't have any other flashes. They do have the Paranoia by Tay, but if Crawlers gets downed, I mean, that could be the round for Redline.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. We are seeing pretty, default, agent comms here. Maybe except for default no Yoru there. And yeah, I mean, they're both pretty similar, except for, the KO being switched out for another, a duelist, which is quite interesting. I mean, this is it, right? Cells Warriors is fighting to stay alive, and Redline is looking to shut the door and book their playoff ticket right now. And here we go. We are looking at Redline, looking for a little bit of split here as well, looking for a little bit of default. Maybe just sort of seeking out a bit of a pick here before really deciding where to exec onto side. SEL is going to be set up onto B, so Bomb Dolphin might just walk into this trap he set up. Dude is going to catch a little bit of a glimpse of Bomb Dolphin and takes him out. Crawlers, though, is also here. Dude isn't quite able to get him. Crawlers is left on 59 HP, though. And, Cells is going to be quite gravitated towards, the commotion going on to B main. We are going to see Tay use his Dark Color to sort of, blind out Yoppie here, not letting Yoppie get any more information as is. And we have some catwalk, fight here. Tay, yet, no, not quite escaping just yet. Oh, Yoppie does get hit, but, hits right back onto Tay. Sigma does take out Yoshido, Tolkien takes out Sigma, but Default takes out Tay, and Crawlers takes out Dude as well. What an absolute, 1v1 duels going on all sides of the map. Crawlers takes out Default here, so it is a 2v2 once again. Cell does have a little bit of an advantage here with the health, but not looking too good. Yeah, we are gonna attack A. He Crawlers is gonna get taken out by Yoppie and Token as well.
What an absolute double kill by Yoppie through the wall. I don't even think he saw, was it Tay or he saw Growlers. He didn't see quite see Tay, I believe. Whoever else was with him.
Tolkien.
That does bring us, Tolkien, sorry. That does bring us to a round 1 victory for Cells Warriors. A default by them with a heavy rush by Redline.
Yeah, here we go. Yoppie might look for a little bit of a treat. He does get, dark covered out though, so isn't going to be able to see the amount of people walking through Catwalk. It's still a 5v5 here. We are seeing Tolkien sort of creeping up to A main. Yoppie is going to try to get a kill on Bomb Dolphin, and which he does. So we're heading into this almost mid-round here. Both teams have, burned both utility pretty early. And for the 5 on mid-control, which is classic. Ascend tension. Crawlers takes out Cell, but Yoppie is right there to assist with the trade. Whoever, wins this fight usually wins this round. So it is a 3v3 at the moment. Cells are holding strong, and you can feel discipline in Default here, but they're not over peeking. They're waiting for Redline to make a mistake. Tay does take out Yoppie though. Default gets taken out by Dude's shock bolt. A little bit of friendly fire going on here. It's all up to Dude here with the Bulldog token. Doesn't get the kill, but Tay is right there to peek off of the contact. I mean, Dude killing Default there with the shock bolt might have changed, the way the round was going.
Dude, definitely gonna get some comms in team chat. An unbelievable thrifty by Redline. What really, in my opinion, made that round was that push into tree, securing one, getting a rifle, or I think it was a stinger, and then it was just one for ones.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm not sure where that shock ball was meant to go, but definitely not in the direction of Default here. We are going to use a spy cam coming from Tolkien, trying to get a little bit of information onto mid. Doesn't quite see anyone. Default is also exploring a little bit into tree here with the gate crash up all the way on B, just in case anything happens. Yeah, I mean, this is quite a slow take here. There's a bunch of dark cover is gonna come out there. The knives as well, the blinds, paranoias. Sigma is gonna get a little bit of a head tap here on the Bomb Dolphin. Not enough damage to kill him though. Bomb Dolphin is gonna retaliate here. everyone is sort of stuck onto, heaven, except for the exception of Default in tree. Crawler does take him out. Oh, bumped over. What a shot onto SEL. Oh my goodness. He's going to be caught out by the spy. Sorry, the Al drone though. It looks like dude and Yoppie are trying for, another angle to maybe catch someone by surprise. Tay and Tolkien though are just waiting here on the tree. Yoppie takes out Tay. And Crawlers, Tolkien does take out dude though. Yoppie is absolutely insane. If not for, the sheriff disadvantage, we might have seen a big clutch.
Yeah, Yoppie has always been absolutely cracked with the sheriff. I mean, it goes to show if you're good with it, you can really make a difference. 3 kills on rifles, of all things. That does bring his Blade Storm online.
Here we have 7-2 once again with Yoppie. It's only the 3rd round. I mean, all eyes onto Bomb Dolphin. The Yoppie Duelist Diff might decide this round. I mean, they're on opposite sides of the map right now, but the clash is definitely coming here. We are looking at a B push here in potential. Give her a little bit of an entry here, but they are gonna see, SEL's trip wide, just sort of waiting there for them to get triggered. Yoppie is going to be jump peeking mid, try to get a little bit more information from a safe distance. We're looking at a very, very slow, it looks like a bit of a contact maybe. Here we go, the nullify comes out. I mean, Bomb Dolphin just updrafts and tailwinds onto side, taking dude out. Not giving him a single chance to shoot back. Default is gonna be stuck here onto CT. Here with the clone coming out as well, getting paranoid. Isn't quite gonna get the kill. Sigma takes out Bomb Dolphin, but Tay takes out Sigma as a trade. Default blinds himself. Unfortunately, into the Cypher cage, Default gets 1 kill onto Yoshida. Crawler takes out Sound. Yoppie takes out Tolkien. It's a 2v2 once again. Tay gets taken out. It's all up to Crawlers. Default is left on 1 HP. And the Default is able to get a 1-tap onto Crawlers here. I mean, 1 HP and 8 HP left. What a close round.
Yeah, really, an amazing retake by SEL's Warriors. I'm not sure if you caught that, but Default's flash bounced off Dude's Owl drone,
Yeah.
which then blinded the entire
Blinded
team.
himself. There's an interesting use of utility here coming from SEL Warriors.
That could be a set play if you try hard enough, but
Yeah, maybe.
that was not it. From the Shadows online for Redline, 1 point away from Dimensional Drift for SEL's Warriors.
I mean, it looks like Dude and Default are gonna have a little bit of training session, maybe trying to work out the utility together. I mean, Yoppie, it's gonna get a little bit of a shot here onto Crawlers, but absolutely gets shut down. What a shot coming from Crawlers here. Absolutely amazing. We do look like we're having a little bit of a pivot here onto B. The gate crash is gonna be faked though. With the clone coming out, it looks like Default is looking for a little bit of a battle here if anyone decides to flank. If you take a look onto the B side on the map here, Dude is being so very patient, waiting for anyone with the potential of coming here. Dude! Is it going to hold up just enough? Tolkien takes out Dude, Crawlers takes out Default as well. I mean, B-side is just all for Redline. Bomb Dolphin takes out SEL, but Crawlers is quickly taken out by Sigma, so it is here on a potential ace if Sigma clutches this up. It is looking very hard though, with the light shield only. And everyone on Redline having full health. They are going to hear Sigma potentially going towards market. And it's going to be close, so Sigma is going to have to, rotate and really just force commit here or save like he is doing right now. I mean, what shots from Crawlers too. I mean, it was unfortunate they got taken out, but this was almost, a flawless coming from Redline. Just absolutely amazing. Here we go. It looks like Redline's trying to get a little bit of a hunt here. Not quite being able to spot, Sigma though. earning Redline their third match. It is now 3-2 on Redline's side.
Indeed, a successful save by Sigma for Souls Warriors. His ultimate from the shadows is online along with Dimensional Drift. Bomb Dolphin does have his ultimate online too. So, I think we can see a very heavy entry from Bomb Dolphin on the side of Redline.
Absolutely. Here we are going towards A this time. I mean, Redline just smells the blood, and you can just sort of see the bloodlust here. They're going for a little bit of a collapse onto A here. Yeah, here we go. We have some flashes and paranoia. It's a flood of utility and chaos. Sigma takes out Tay though. Here we go. Tolkien takes out Default with Bomb Dolphin taking out Sigma. I mean, Redline's just locking down Heaven, and Bomb Dolphin is absolutely on the hunt here. SEL does take out Bomb Dolphin though, so again, it is a 3v3, but Yoppy and Tolkien having a fight. Tolkien coming out on top here. And SEL is just on 2 HP. And it's looking really rough. Crawlers gets saved by Yoshito. Yeah, dude, trying to fight Crawlers. He gets Crawlers out of the equation. And shutting him down with the SEL, the Sentinels classic.
The Sentinels classic, really.
Yeah.
I think that's what won in the round. Don't care about the other frags from everyone else. Don't care about the
Absolutely
team.
not.
Like it was the Sentinels classic.
That was what definitely won them the round. I mean, they are up now up to 4 too.
This goes here.
Indeed, Redline really showcasing the synergy that their team has. As Void mentioned, Yoshida Man saving Crowlers from, I believe it was SEL, jumping out of heaven.
Yes. Like, we're looking at another A-focused push here. We do have Tolkien though inserted, lurking here. Yeah, dude. And everyone else is just reading them absolutely perfectly, seeing no one on B or mid. So they're just gonna quickly 5-stack rotate onto side here. Sigma takes out Bomb Dolphin, but gets traded out by Tay. Crawlers gets out, Default. Yoppy taking out Crawlers, dude. Taking out Tay. What an absolute bloodbath. Yoppy just take out Yoshido after he took out dude. I mean, what an absolute trade for trade here. It is all up to Tolkien left to close out this round. SEL is going to be left on very low HP though. Here we go. Getting a little bit of a third-person view here. Tolkien is going to have to get a really quick peek onto SEL here, in which he does. So it's all up to Yoppy now. He has to get the spike. Here we go. Yoppy takes out Tolkien again. Yoppy being the MVP of, this round.
Yeah, I mean, utterly fantastic gameplay coming from both sides, nearly tied in terms of rounds, but Redline does have the advantage. Redline calling a timeout. Why do you think that's the case, Void?
Can you repeat that again? Sorry?
Why do you think Redline's calling this timeout?
I mean, Redline is probably, seeing a little bit of a slip in their momentum here. Not quite being able to get the flawlesses that they were able to get, the rounds before. Maybe cooking up some more, like playstyles here, because SEL Warriors was able to get a little bit of a read there on the previous round. So yeah, I'm gonna just assume that they may be thinking about some different playstyles, different, techniques and execs to close this out.
I would agree. I think it's also because of the amount of ultimates Souls Warriors have online. They're probably anticipating something very aggressive, because that is what you typically see from Souls Warriors when they have this much utility.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Redline is going to have to come up with something a little bit different, and Souls Warriors is definitely going to use, that timeout to sort of think about what Redline is thinking. So both teams are going to have a very, adaptable, mindset here. From the shadows coming out immediately from Sigma, but gets cancelled. Looking for a little bit of information. I mean, do they realize that there's 3 of Redline going up to B? I mean, everyone's pivoting towards A. So we're not looking too, great here. Yeah, I mean, it looks like they're sort of going back to the rest of Redline just to get a little bit of assistance, but so is SEL. SEL's Warriors is going to get a little bit of information as well. The Hunter's Fury coming out from Dude. He not quite hitting anyone just yet. Yeah, the Hunter's Fury is not going to get enough information for his team. SEL is able to get that Yoshido though. The neural threat getting called out and Crawlers is able to shut that down. Look how slow Redline is playing here. Not to falter to there's a pressure of the time. 30 seconds left on the
30
clock.
seconds
They're
left.
going to have to exec onto a side real soon. Otherwise, we're getting a little bit too close here. The paranoid does come out. Doesn't quite hit Dude though. Bomb Dolphin is going to get a little bit of an entry here, and Dude is going to take a little bit of a backpedal to not give any quick trades. Crawlers is going to be able to kill Default. And during blind, Yoppie does take out Crawlers though in return. It's again is a 3v3. What an equal round we've been seeing here. The Aldrone is gonna come out on the side of Dude though. Doesn't quite spot anyone. Does clear, logs up. He gets taken out by Bomb Dolphin, the duel we were all looking for. And Dude gets taken out as well. Sigma does get the trade on Bomb Dolphin though, and Token is a 1v1 2 Omens here just waiting to get a kill. This, decides a lot. The Shrouded Step does come out though. There's no time for Sigma to get off. The spike does get half, but Tay shuts him down.
Unbelievable.
Absolutely.
Some really fantastic gameplay coming from both sides with a amazing entry by Redline. But Dude, playing it safe, he did fall back and retake with the rest of SEL's Warriors, which I think was the best thing he could have done. Redline with nearly all of their ultimates online, I'm expecting a push, which looks like we will see.
Yeah, right here. I mean, Yoppie is one of his own, and we know how deadly he is with this. So if they stall long enough this round, could flip. We have a lot of people up into B main here. Looking for a little bit of fight. The nullify is going to come out from Crawlers, the Owl Drone, everything. Just a bunch of utility dumpy. Bomb Dolphin's gonna get amazing control really quickly onto the site. Not giving SEL Warriors any room to breathe. So it is a 4v5 with Dude going down. And Tolkien takes out Yoppie, the neural threat coming out. Crawler takes out Sigma as well. And they're going to be seen. Default gets taken out. It's all up to SEL here with the Paper X Classic. And this is Sentinels is better than Paper X.
Yes. No debate. That
Absolutely.
does bring us
See,
to
if you had Sentinels Classic there,
3-6.
would have won.
Honestly, that what a Sentinels Classic ace.
Yes.
Yeah, that would have been so easy.
Easy. Zelsis would have had that. I'm telling you.
Absolutely. So, I mean, it's pretty much like a chess match almost here for, Redline.
They have nowhere
They
to
sort of
hide.
are just getting perfect execs onto site, clearing the site for the team to sort of flood and get a free plant down. So, I mean, it's really up to SEL Warriors to be able to get a kill. Bomb Dolphin takes out Yoppie but gets traded out by Dude. The paranoid does come out though from, Tay. It doesn't quite get anyone just yet. They're sort of, having a little bit of conversation on where they really do want to go. I mean, Tolkien is inserted into A main, trying to get a little bit of information to see if it's safe for his team to come and get a, a nice exec here, which they look like they're doing. I mean, Crawlers is gonna, be late of a rotate here while Tay and Yoshido with, the spike coming in from Tree. Gonna have some blinds coming out. Hey, he's gonna be able to save. No, not quite save Tolkien there. But does take out Sigma though. The plant is going to go down. Here we have Crawlers still in mid here, trying to look for a little bit of,
I'll
you
have
know,
you in
intel. The dimensional drift is gonna come out from default, scouting everyone out onto the side here. Look, we have Tay into the gen, but
Last
gets
player
take,
standing.
gets, you know, Yoshida gets take, it takes out Cell and Dude, but default is able to get Yoshida man, and Tay, it is all up to Crawlers. Is Crawlers gonna be able to, you know, see him? And he does, and takes out default with his fragment.
Fantastic fragment by Crowlers. I do want to mention, I think it was Tolkien at the start of the round, giving us a taste of some Cypher tech with a specific jump that put the camera facing front of mid, not the side. Very, very interesting seeing that. And I mean, again, this really showcases the synergy of Redline, seeing Tay trade Tolkien out.
Absolutely. So, I mean, Redline is in a quite devastating, you know, difference between 7 and 3. Tolkien just being able to take out Yoppie there through the smoke, using his trap wire. Here we have a very quick VX, like, again, bombed off with the amazing, you know, insects onto side, but gets taken out by Duke. Wolf is able to get out Cell, though, and that from the shadows is going to be denied from Tay. And here we have Dude just fighting for his life off the backside, pushing again through his fragment, killing Dude. Sigma is going to take out Tolkien, though.
Spike planted.
I mean, Cell's Warriors is left here with a Marshal and a Sheriff, while Redline has Vandals and Phantoms, so it's not looking too great, but default does get a little bit of upgrade here, using that Vandal.
One enemy remaining.
The Sigma just get taken out as quick as he showed up. Here we go. Get a little bit of fire isn't quite enough. And Yoshida Man takes him out.
Last round before the switch.
I mean, what an exciting
Indeed.
round.
Yeah, I mean, really, this has been peak gameplay from Redline. And hopefully, you know, bringing it to a 3-9 in Redline's favor. But you know what? Say 3-9 curse. So maybe we'll see a reversal from Cell's Warriors.
Yeah, I mean, from my casting days, I've seen 2 9-3 curses, but none of them have really, you know, fallen through. So, it's not looking too great for Cell's Warriors here, but they could, you know, clutch it up. I mean, we do have Tay here on the operator, on the Omen, which is quite interesting, trying to get a pick down onto mid. But I don't think the default's going to push up quite enough to be seen here onto bottom, mid here. I lied. Default walks right into Tay's operator and gets shut down. I mean, using that, Yoshida Man and Tolkien are going to look for a little bit of an entry onto, you know, A site. Sigma does take a little bit of damage and is going to use Shrouded to step to get out of there in a quick and timely manner. Paranoia is going to come out, does hit Sigma, but he backs up just in time, not get, you know, seen by anyone here. The Paranoia is going to be used right out to here. Sigma isn't quite able to get a kill here though until now. Gets, you know, Yoshida, but gets taken out by Tolkien and bombed off, and with that 1v1 taken out Yoppie as well. Cell does go down and Dude once again. It is now a 9-3 curse.
Switching sides.
Indeed. The roles are reversed now. Cell's Warriors are on their attack, which historically they've been fantastic at. So maybe we do see a reversal. Indeed, Yoppie purchasing a Sheriff. Could we see an ace?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited here. I mean, we've seen Yoppie and the aim that they have. I mean, I wouldn't put it past him. But Bombdolphin also has a Sheriff here. So we'll see what Jet is going to come out on top. Yeah, look at this quick, you know, decision onto B here with most of Cell Warriors. They are going to get covered by the dark coming from Tay. Recon Bolt is going to get taken out. They're not going to fall for that clone. Crawlers is able to take out Yoppie, but Yoppie takes out Bomb Dolphin, and Default takes out Crawlers as well. So both sheriffs in the equation coming from the Jets are shot down,
Spike
right
planted.
out of the gate. So it is, up to Default and Sigma who have picked up, the sheriffs. So Sigma might see Tay, but Tay sees him right back, left on 24 HP. Tay takes him right out. So it is left on a 3v3. And Tolkien takes out Default. And SEL takes out Tolkien too. So again, it is looking like a pretty even match. And Yoshido with the right click takes out SEL and Doot.
Unbelievable. I mean, that was a fantastic sight hold by Redline, but it was also a very, I'm just, I'm at lost
Yeah,
words. I'm
that was
gonna be
amazing.
honest here. Yeah, brain blacked out. All I see is good Valorant gameplay from both teams. 3 rounds away from a potential Redline victory.
Yeah, I mean, that was not just a round win. That was a momentum ripper from, the second half of the map. And look at this, amazing. You push onto mid. The SEL gets shot down by Bombed Up, and Yoppie is right there to take him out, though. Crawlers does take out Yoppie in return. Default and Dude are going to take out Crawlers and Tolkien. So it's a 3v2 on the side of SEL Warriors. With, the Outlaw, Bulldog, and Stinger here. It is going to look like a tough fight. Yoshido-man does take out Default though with the Stinger. The Owl Drone is going to come out, but not in time to dodge that shock bolt.
Spike planted.
Get the plant down pretty, cleanly. Yoshido-man is going to get paranoid here along with Tay, so it's looking a little bit rough. The Owl Drone does come out and,
Last player standing.
darts him too. Sigma takes out Yoshido-man with the Outlaw, so it's all up to Tay. He left on 10 HP. He's going to get scouted out by the recon bot as well. I mean, this is not looking too good. He isn't looking up to lane. Sigma just misses that shot. Tay is able to get out a little bit scot-free just for a little bit of a moment. Yeah, and gets shot down by Dude. I mean, what a round.
Yeah, a fantastic round by SEL's Warriors. They did have a successful push up mid, even though Redline managed to trade out, I believe, 2 kills. It didn't matter as much because that was still 2 rifles that SEL's Warriors, or 2 just really better guns, SEL's Warriors were able to pick up, which I believe is what decided that round.
Absolutely, and here we see a little bit of an A side. No, I'm incorrect. Actually, a bit of a mid side here again. With Redline onto the mid control. Crawlers pumped over and Tay take out 3 of SEL Warriors. Yoppie does take out Tay though with, the Phantom. So this is going to be quite a sight. Oh, Redline here. Tolkien. Oh, Redline does take out Yoppie though, but Tolkien gets taken out by Dude. So it's all left up to Dude here with the Bulldog. You just have a little bit of a gun advantage here. Again, picking up the Phantom. The Flash is going to come out though. Not quite peeking off of it though. They're going to hold a little bit of a double angle here. I mean, Dude is going to have to find a one way to get out of this. I was about to say, it's up to Dude, to get that one last kill into Bomb Dolphin, but Bomb Dolphin is just there to shut him down.
Yeah, Bomb Dolphin and Crowlers being pivotal in that thrifty win for Redline, bringing it to 6-4 in Redline's favor. I mean, we are very, very close to a potential victory for Redline.
And yeah, I mean, it was a really valiant attempt, but there's not enough gas in the tank. And here we are. We have SEL Warriors going towards A here. We have 4 people, and SEL just left, tucked into tunnels here. But they are going to have a pretty quick, exec here. doesn't quite get any default, just TP's right into Dolphin's arms. You're ready to give him a little bit of a kiss here. Tolkien doesn't look like he wants to reciprocate there and takes him out. Yeah, it looks like SEL Warriors here is quite devastated by that kill. You know, their entry just being shut down. Subage it's gonna come out. Sigma takes out Yoshida Man, but Tolkien takes out Yoppie, one of their better players. Tolkien takes out SEL, but gets taken out by Dude. Tolkien with 3k though, didn't go down without a fight. Tay isn't gonna be able to get Dude. That Crawlers is gonna take down Sigma though. So again, it is left up to Dude. Dude is sort of just being pushed with all these clutch like situations. The clock is ticking. The pressure is really mounting. I mean, Dude just really needs a perfect timing here.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, it looks like he's deciding to maybe scale up to catwalk. Tay does hear the footsteps though, and just gets out with shrouded step. Kroll is here comes a swing. Doesn't quite land it though. Dude does, however, with Crawlers. And there's 8 seconds left in the clock. Now a pretty quick plant here. Not quite a safe one. We have Bomb Dolphin and Tay ready to just take this opportunity to shut him down. Tay gets taken out, but Bomb Dolphin is right there with the double swing and takes Dude out.
Dude almost had that clutch, but unfortunately, you know, the double swing is too powerful, bringing us to match point in Redline's favor. SEL's Warriors do have 3 ultimates online though, so it's still anyone's game.
Yeah, I mean, match point for Redline, the underdogs, and potentially the last team to make it into playoffs are on the cusp of glory. Can SEL's Warriors find a miracle, or is this the end of the road?
Get out of my way!
Here again, we're looking at a exec here with the Hunter's Fury coming out from Dolphin. Tolkien is definitely gonna get taken out here. Yeah, Dude. And the neural threat comes out as well. There's so much going on this site here. Yoppie takes out Crawlers. Yeah, if we look here, Redline is sort of just stuck into heaven. Not quite getting a little bit of an opportunity here to sort of be able to fight back. Here we go. Yoppie takes out Tay again. And Yoshida with that 3k with that Blade Storm. Bomb Dolphin looks like he's getting a little bit of an early call here. And he's saying, nope. I am not wasting my op on that, and deciding to save. I mean, Redline is just on the edge of victory. It's 1 round away. You know, every shot and every play counts more than ever. Yoppie is going for a hunt. Oh, just spot him out though. So it's again Bomb Dolphin versus Yoppie here. The opportunity to win. Oh, Yoppie misses the right click with his Blade Storm, but Bomb Dolphin is gonna get taken out though with a wallbang coming from Sigma.
That was very, very close to a successful save. But
Almost.
the spray with the Guardian did take him out. Yeah, no operator saved for Redline, but looking at their economy, I don't think it matters a whole lot. What does matter is the momentum that could be broken.
Yeah, look, again, we're going for an A exec here. I mean, what worked last round could work again. So, I mean, why not try it? The clone is going to get that trap wire, though. We're going to get a very quick Andrew. Sigma is going to get taken out by Tolkien, though. He's really showing us who's the sentinel, but gets shut down by Dude. Tay as well. This is not looking good for Redline. I mean, default is left on about 20-ish HP, so this could still be a comeback. SEL is going to take out Crawlers. You know, Crawlers is left on his knees and gets no res, having Yoshida getting taken out.
Yeah, I mean, SEL's Warriors in the past few rounds, their entries have just been flawless. Yoppie and Doot getting the first bloods and the most impactful frags, getting rid of Tolkien and Tay. Those frags have been what have been making the rounds because, especially with Tolkien down, there's no way to hold sight.
Yeah, I mean, look, here we have Redline is saying a no to these pushes anymore and saying they're gonna push out onto B main here. Yoshido and Bomb Dolphin does get taken out though. Tolkien, damn, I mean, this push was definitely not the play here as SEL's Warriors just shuts them all down.
Yeah, very, very quick round. That just, you know, it was just quick. SEL's Warriors really just shutting down any aggression that Redline had in mind. Redline will really need to play it passive because if they lose this next round, they will probably be on a save.
Yeah, this is not looking too good here. Looks like SEL's Warriors is going for another push onto B main, however.
Take flight.
The Aldrin coming from Yoshido. Is he going to see? Yep, there he is. Target hit from all the way over there. That's some skill there. I mean, they're gonna know they're going for a B exec, so we'll have a quick rotate here coming from the team. Devo is gonna use the dimensional drift though. And walking right into Tolkien's setup takes out SEL. And the dimensional drift is going to get cancelled onto the side here. The Hunter's Fury coming out from Yoshido takes out Dude. It's a 3v5. Will this be the end of SEL's Warriors, path? Devo is going to get scouted out by that recon dart. The flash is also going to come out. Sigma's going to get taken out by Crawlers. And Bomb Dolphin gets taken out too. It is all up to Yoppy. And gets a clutch.
Holy, unbelievable. In my head going into that, I was like, will he do it? Will he do it? And he did line them up
He
like dominoes.
I mean,
Indeed.
what a clutch. Give that man a medal because that's not a round win. That's an absolute statement. Yoppy is speaking for the side of SEL's Warriors, really saying that we are not going down without a fight and you are going to have to work for this win to playoffs. Going for an A fight here, going 5-man onto A main with the dark cover coming out. Tolkien is going to realize that he's not alone. Tolkien takes out Yoppy, so any more chance of those clutches is going to be shut down. SEL is going to get tagged by that spy cam, and everyone is sort of stuck onto Heaveny. The Aldrin is going to come out, not quite tagging default though. There's a little bit of a gap in that. Paranoia comes out, doesn't hit anyone. This is such an intense round, having to cover each and every angle. Default gets wallbanged by Bomb Dolphin through heaven. I mean, someone check this, guys. PC, Tay gets taken out, and Dude as well. Yoshida Man is taken out by Sigma. It is all up to him. And that is it. What a round. I mean, that's the game. Redline takes it 2-0 over SEL's Warriors and punches their ticket to the playoffs. What a performance from start to finish. They controlled the pace and executed with precision and refused to back down. Bomb Dolphin, Tolkien, and the whole squad really showed up when it mattered. But don't think that's, we're not starting off just yet. We've got some exclusive interviews lined up, I believe, and we'll hear it straight from the players and get their thoughts on this intense series.
Yeah, Redline, like Void said, winning 2-0. Yoppy wasn't able to clutch that round. Raid Boss was down, but I mean, he's top fragged both maps. Yoppy has had some absolutely impeccable gameplay. With surprisingly only 2 first bloods, Tolkien having 5. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, we really want to stick around because you don't want to miss what they have to say about their preparation, the key moments, and what's next for their teams. We should get them into this call pretty soon now. I believe we have SEL And Crawl is coming in. Hi, Cell.
Hello.
Yeah, how are you feeling? It's a
Oh,
pretty devastating loss.
yeah, I would say that is the word to use. Yeah, it's just wow. We came so far, and I mean, this just sucks. Really, it's okay though.
Yeah, I mean, it's really sad to see Cell's Warriors go, but what adjustments were you trying to make while you were heading into Ascent since you lost the first map?
We just thought, yeah, we've got this honestly, because like we had a lot of Ascent strats prepped. We had like we knew exactly what we were doing for it. We went into it with I think too much confidence, and then we just got kind of slapped down on the defense side and couldn't recover properly.
Yeah, I mean, I believe you're the IGL, yes? So
Yeah,
how
me and Dude. Yeah.
how did you guys, adapt during your calls mid-series? I mean, I know the pressure was absolutely on Yoppie with these amazing clutches. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, that's really devastating.
It was mostly Dude calling today. I was after Icebox, I was like I was just stressed going into today. I was like, I know this could be the last game possibly. So I just kind of went in, tried to warm up as best as I could. But
Yeah, I'm
in
sure
terms of
that's
the
good.
calls, I was just making the wrong ones, and that's ultimately why we lost.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. Zorba, do you have any questions for Cell as well?
Not really, no. They had some absolutely fantastic gameplay on Ascent. Well, actually, no, I do have one question. What made you guys pick defense over attack when the past two games you've played Ascent, you did pick attack and performed amazingly?
Yeah, that's a good question, honestly. I was away during the map veto, and I didn't really get a say in that. I just saw in the chat that we were going for defense, and I thought, yeah, we've got this. I mean, it's a defense-sided map, even though we're playing a slightly different comp. But still, like, we've still
Yeah.
got the Yoru for like the quick rotations and stuff like that. But yeah, I guess that's kind of why we picked defense. We assumed it could be strong, but yeah. Oh yes, yeah. Yeah, we picked Ascent because like we've been dominating on it before, so we just thought
Yeah,
it'd
Cell
be no
Warriors
different.
was the threat there. I mean, one last question. Speaking for Cell's Warriors as a whole, what will you take away from this season to bounce back stronger?
Honestly, like this season has taught me a lot. It's taught me to IGL. It's taught me to get off the coaching seat and just like try and shoot them. And I mean, I think you can see it in like our gameplay how we if you watch like our older Ascents, we're just led to so many free sites, and that's just me calling. Like
Yeah.
we just managed to find the holes in the defense. It's definitely going to help me a lot in terms of coaching my Game Changers team. So yeah, I want to shout out everyone on the team, and Jen as well, because just everyone wouldn't be possible to make it this far without everyone on the team, especially Doot and Yoppie and Default. But shout out to Destructo who came in for this game just to sub in for smokes. And yeah.
Any shout outs or messages for your fans after this match?
Are there fans? Jeez.
Yeah,
If there are,
fans.
yeah, you know what? I'm sorry to disappoint you guys, honestly. Sorry to disappoint the fans, but we'll come back next season. We'll make playoffs next season for sure. I guarantee you. We'll have more
Yeah, I mean,
scrims.
I'm sure you didn't disappoint anyone. That was an amazing, show. I mean, I'm really glad you came to, voice your opinions and thoughts into this interview.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, thank you.
Cool.
Hello.
Congrats on the win, crawlers.
Thank you so much. We're very happy about
Redline. Yes, I mean, I was rooting for you personally.
it. Glad to hear it. Glad
Congrats
to hear it.
on the win. Just a couple of questions for you. As the IGL, how do you keep your team calm and focused in such high pressure elimination matches?
Oh, look, at this point, it just comes down to the fact that we have been so used to pressure. If there's no pressure, then, like, we struggle, honestly. We're better when we're pressured. But, yeah, look, it just comes down to sometimes I got to get a bit aggressive, though, guys. Like, there's a couple of rounds where we just let them take us for no reason, or we threw certain rounds. Sometimes you just got to stop them in their tracks and say, hey, knock it off. We're better than that. But the guys all listened, and they don't get angry at me for having a go at them. But for the most part, it comes down to just how much we want to win, right? Like, the round where we got destroyed on that eco, and then we turned right back around and thrifted them, it just comes down to just how much we want to win. You know, if we were too focused on what happened the last round, we probably wouldn't have won that next one. But we just wanted it, and that means listen up and just fight. And that's what we did.
Yeah, I mean, that's really good to hear. It looks like we have another question here coming from Aqua, our observer. Who do you think is the MVP of your team, not just based on kills?
I mean, that's really hard to determine. I mean, if you have a look at both of those games, even if we weren't getting high kills, like the assists were up there. I mean, Taylor's dropping 11 and 13 assists. You know, he might not have been high on the kills, but most of those assists came from his flashes or his damage. Yoshi, he's one of our subs. He learned Sova and Gecko last night at 12 a.m. and he performed like he'd played it a million times before. Dolphin was getting his entries and getting his kills, and obviously Tolkien was holding his space. I don't think we generally have a team MVP. I think the reason we pull ahead is because we play so well off each other. You know, if one person falters, the next person's right there to pick them back up. I really don't think there's an MVP on the team. I think it's just a whole group effort.
Yeah, what a sweet response. I mean, speaking about assists, have you seen your assists? I mean, holy moly! On both matches, you absolutely destroyed the board on assists. We have another question as well from Max here. You're against TXG in the first round of playoffs. What is the prep gonna look like, and how does the team feel about this?
I mean, I don't know about the team, but I'm excited. I've been saying since day one, I want to verse TXG. I want to verse Glitch. I think it'd be hilarious if we kicked him out of his own tournament. But like, yeah, look, as a new team, it is kind of scary, right? Like, we've been on elimination for a while. We're getting used to having the odds stacked against us. So yeah, I think we'll fight hard and we'll do everything we can and we'll get ready for it. But
yeah,
you know, until the game day, we'll have to wait and see.
Let's get a quick response from Glitchy. Just in response to that probe.
Hi Glitch, how you going, buddy?
Hi. Well, listen, TXG, we had a little bit of a rough week last week at Premiere. Have had a little bit of a rough going recently. But I'll tell you what, we're going to come back and we're going to show this entire playoffs bracket. We're going to win it all 2-0, 3-0 in grand finals. We're not dropping a single map.
That's big words.
Yeah, what's your response to that, Crawlers?
I don't know. I think I'm going to make you drop a map, buddy. I think it's coming. It's coming. I'm ready for it.
No, but and seriously though, that game, I'm very excited. I was low-key hoping you'd win this 2-0, so we'd get to face you. It'll be a fun game.
Yeah, Glitch was fanboying in the background.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear. I can't wait to go head to head, Glitch.
Yeah, I think that's all the questions from me. Zorba, do you have any more questions?
No, I am very happy to see Redline win. You were Dogfight, the team that I play for, did get a victory over you guys, but you know, I'm very happy to see you guys pull it back and make it to playoffs. So you have my support and the support from everyone else who, you know, all your fans present today.
If I'm able to, can I say a couple of words to a few people?
Yes, you may. Go for it.
Okay, cool. SEL's Warriors, tonight you guys played so well. You played so hard. You made us work for it. When things looked down on on Ascent, you guys came back and you almost took it from us. It was very close. So, you know what I mean? And playing Icebox, I'm pretty sure I had a quick conversation with Yoppie before. Great guy. Said they haven't really played it all that much. So to bring it to such a close scoreline on a map we're familiar with and one you're not, like, you guys should be so proud. And in the following games, we'll be fighting just as hard for you guys as we will be for us. For everyone who supported us tonight, all the people in the polls, all the great people who have been messaging me, wishing me luck, and same with the team. Thank you guys so much. Again, it really helps us keep moving, keep going, and you know, we secured a spot in the playoff. We're very happy about that. Obviously, my guys, I'm so proud of them. They all fought so hard tonight, and I mean, I'm so lucky to have such a good team. And of course, the tournament staff, everybody who has been putting so much effort into this, all the work that's happened throughout this group stage, all the organization, you guys have been absolutely peak. Thank you all so much for making this possible and pulling us away from being ranked gremlins. It's really all thanks to you guys that we're doing this, so we really appreciate you guys pulling through and making this happen.
You gonna make me cry, man.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, sentimental, man. Jesus. All right, that's all you have to say, I'm assuming, Crawlers?
That's it. Yeah, thank you guys so much for having us.
Thank you for coming for the post-match interview.
No problems. I'll let you guys wrap it up. Have a good one, all. Thank you so much.
You too. Okay, all right, everyone. That's a wrap for today's action. Coming from, the casters, again, huge thanks to Glitch and Banana for the production, Aqua for observing, and Nats and Max for handling, the pre-game, buy phase and the chat, and of course, Azorba for co-hosting with me. Couldn't have done it without this amazing team behind the scenes. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time for more VLR Community Cup action. Until then, stay cracked, stay kind, and always, GG well played. I'll hand it over to Max now.
Thank you, Void. What an insane game that we just had. Redline versus Cells, it definitely didn't disappoint. We hoped it would be a little bit closer, but it was still an amazing game. Welcome to Byphase, your post-stream roundup, powered by Dry Eyes, stat sheets, and takes hotter than Attacker Side on Pearl. Redline were able to close it out. There was no overtime. There was barely any close clutches, but very clean executes, tighter comms, and a reminder that when this squad's on, they don't let up. Just looking at our stats corner, Redline absolutely dominated. It was a very close match on Icebox, 13-10. Yoppie top fragging the lobby, 27-14 and 1 with 5 first bloods, the most out of the lobby, tied with Bomb Dolphin, even on Killjoy, which is absolutely insane. But the reason that I believe that Redline were able to pull this back was the assists. Crawlers, 18 assists. Tay, 11 assists. Yoshido, 10 assists. Absolutely insane. Just Crawlers and Tay's assists combined was over the amount of assists that the entirety of Cells got combined. So absolutely washed out. Same on Ascent. It was much more of a dominant performance. Yoppie, once again, absolutely insane performance from Yoppie. 25, 15, and 2. We knew this guy would be cracked. He was cracked, did not let up. But again, Crawlers 14 assists, Tay 13, Yoshido 10, nowhere near the amount that Cells needed. But here's the kicker. They used one timeout. Now that, my friends, is confidence. Now, as you can see, the playoffs bracket for VCC OCE Season 4 has just been revealed. We have our first quarterfinals matchups, UFO versus Yen, Riyadh versus Disorder, TXG versus Redline, and CXS versus Silent Horror. Some initial reactions that we've got, TXS versus Redline is loaded. Redline's backline is being shaky, but their high seed run is nothing to brush off. Riyadh versus Disorder is the one with the storyline. Two orgs coming in, both rebuilding. They want to get a good start to playoffs. They need this win, and it'll be a very exciting match. UFO versus Yen, you've got two very shaky teams, but whichever starts off hot will probably sweep. CXS versus Silent Horror might be a bit of a sleeper match of the bracket. Both love their weird comps, high risks, high rewards. Expect absolute chaos. Everyone's been memeing the TXG versus Redline match for a while, the Ego Duel Finals. But if I'm being honest, Redline have been tightening their things up, and you cannot sleep on them. Also, Riyadh got a free ticket here off the map diff Disorder. better not let them walk past again. Redline proved they belong in the conversation. Now with the bracket out, it's win or go home. You've got the Clutch Gods, Playbook Nerds, and Ego Demons all locked in. VCC OCE Season 4 playoffs are going to be wild. They are not to miss. Thank you, everyone. I hope you guys have a lovely day. GG, well played.